What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? What's going on, Tech Squad? What's going on, everybody? So, so the New York Lynx the New York Lynx are one game away. We know that the New York Lynx is one game away. The new The New York Liberty is one game away. The New York Liberty is one game away, and the New York Liberty versus the Minnesota Lynx. I'm just going to say this. I'm going to say this from a standpoint is that I think the with Brianna Stewart hitting that 20 with Brianna Stewart hitting that with Sabrina Ugosku hitting that 28-footer shot, hitting that 28-footer shot in the championship game, in the championship game, and having 13 points. You had Phoebus have 13 points. You had Brianna Stewart have a perfect game with 30 and 11 and 10-10. So with the with the New York Liberty. With the New York Liberty. Yes, Sabrina School did not score in the first half. She showed up in the second half. She showed up in the second half. She had that 28-footer. Like I said, every 2 minutes in a game decides the factor of when what's going to happen in that game. And like and like we know, I think we all know that if you weren't watching this game, you miss an incredible shot by, incredible shot by Sabrina Usku. You missed a 28-footer by Brianna, you missed a 28-footer by Sabrina Usku. You missed a 28-footer by Sabrina Usku. And the New York Liberty is one game away from winning their first championship. The New York Liberty is one game away from winning their first WNBA championship. And I'm going to say this: they're going against a amazing, talented Lynx team, a amazing talented Lynx Minnesota Lynx team. And let's not forget, the Lynx got Minnesota got one more game at home, and in that entire series, this series right here can change the factor. If Minnesota wins at home, if Minnesota wins at home, I'm going to say this: this entire series can go to 5 games, and I'm going to say this: if Sabrina Little School can hit a 28-footer, a 28-footer, what this reminds me of is the great Kobe Bryant. It's the great Kobe Bryant. Because Kobe scored 81. And and I think and I think with Sabrina Usku hitting that 28-footer. Why was she on? I know I'm getting off topic. Why was she not on the first All WNBA team? Can I just say that? Why was she not on the first WNBA all time team? I mean, why was she not on the first WNBA all time team? this year? Why was Sabrina Little School not on the first first all time all time all first team this year? Why was she score in the first half? Didn't score in the first half. I think this series went back and forth, and I think when you look at it, for certain reasons, when you look at it, Sabrina Usku hit a 28-footer jumper to win the game. The New York Liberty had different options and they should have went to they had chances to go to different options. Like you had Brianna Stewart open before Sabrina hit the jumper to win the game. I don't know. Whoever slept on watching this game, really, really needs to pay attention to the WNBA. Because what we've been seeing between the Liberty and the Lynx. Now let's get this straight. The Lynx got one more game. The Lynx can force a game 5. Even though the New York Liberty is one game away from winning a championship. You got to make sure, for the Liberty, you got to make sure you hit those easy money buckets. Because I think when on Minnesota Lynx, they got Fia Caller who can ball. And I'm going to say this as well. Why is Sabrina School not on a WNBA first team this year? What we just saw Sabrina School hit a 28-footer jump shot. And the Liberty had other options to shoot it. And I think with that big shot that Sabrina Ulusku hit, in the clutch moments, when the game is on the line, and the series is tied, I think she was definitely left off of that 20 of this year's first team. Yeah, we can say I'll give Caitlin Clark and I'll give all the WNBA players credit where credit is due, because we're supposed to give credit where credit is due to those WNBA players that made the first team and made the second team this year. But why would she proved that Sabrina Ulusku proved that she should have been on the all first team this year. She proved that she should have been on the all first team this year by hitting that shot. And I do think the Liberty will close it out, but let's not forget, the Minnesota Lynx have a good defense, a good offense, and so does the Liberty. The Liberty been to the championship game last year, lost to the Aces. They beat the Aces this year in the second round. So if you ask me, if you ask if you ask anybody who should have been, like, it should have been Caitlin Clark on that first team. Like, it should have been Aja, it should have been Caitlin Clark, um Caitlin Clark, Sabrina School, and Brianna Stewart. But I think with Sabrina hitting that 28-footer to win the game, like, I think, why wasn't she on the all first team this year? Like, if the Liberty wins this if the Liberty wins the championship, we can say that Sabrina Ulusku hit the game winner in game 4 and won the 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 New York Liberty the championship. And I do think going forward with that is that, let's not forget that the Lynx have one more game and Minnesota has Phoebe Colliver. The Minnesota Lynx surprised us game 1 in overtime. They surprised us in game 1 in overtime. The Lynx surprised the entire basketball world in overtime, winning game 1, and then the Liberty came back and won game 1. And now we're here at this moment where the series is up 2-1 and New York is one game away. One game away. This is probably going to be the biggest game ever. The biggest game ever going into it. Like, the biggest shot ever. The biggest shot ever in WNBA history. Like, we're going to talk about Sabrina Ulusku's shot and Brianna Stewart's perfect game, which was a 10-10 game with 30 points and 11. And you had the Aces, the Liberty win this game by 3. And I think we're seeing a good motivated New York Liberty team, because they lost in the championship game to the Aces last year, and now they're one game away from winning their first ever championship. I'm just gonna say this. This is gonna be very interesting, because if they win in Minnesota, if the Liberty needs to close this out. The Liberty needs to close this out. Need to close game 5 out and game 4 out. You need to close game 4 out. You need to close game 4 out. Game 3 out. And close game 3 out and win it. You gotta win it to close it out, because you're one win away from winning a championship here. And I'm just going to say this, is that if the if the Lynx show up like they did game one and game two in Minnesota, then it's a whole different series. But if New York, if the Liberty close it out, we can say Sabrina Uluskul hit the biggest shot and Brianna Stewart had a perfect game in game three going into game four. Guys, sub if you're new and never give up your dreams. And I hope all of you guys are safe up there. And stay blessed, everybody, and peace.